Emmett Till was murdered in 1955. He was 14. 2 years later, another 14-year-old, Jerry Jones, stood in a mob blocking black students from entering North Little Rock High School. Same age, same America. One boy's body was dumped in a river just for existing. The other boy stood on the steps making sure that black kids couldn't enter the same doors that he could. And the difference between them is the difference between how America punishes and how America protects. That 1957 photo, the one they keep calling a moment of curiosity, no, that was a mob. A white mob, angry, sneering, shouting, determined to keep black students out. And right there in the middle of it is Jerry Jones, standing tall, looking on. Part of the crowd that wanted segregation to live a little longer. He says now that I didn't know what was happening. But let's be real, because his coach told him not to go near that school. He went anyway. You don't accidentally end up in a mob trying to stop integration. You choose to stand there. And when you choose to stand with hate, that's just who you are, no matter how many decades go by. That boy on those steps didn't disappear. He just got older, richer, and better protected. He became the billionaire that told his players they'd be benched if they dared to kneel for justice. The same man caught on camera making jokes at a black man's expense. The same man accused in a federal lawsuit of saying that black players should be happy with what they have. 35 years as the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, and not one black head coach? Not one? And yet America still calls him a legend, still hands him microphones, still lets him talk about patriotism, fairness, and hard work. Like the system that he benefited from wasn't a mob trying to stop 6 black kids from going to school. When that photo resurfaced, he said, I was just watching. But here's the truth, right? In 1955, a black child just existing got him murdered. In 1957, a white child just watching got him forgiven. That's not curiosity, that is power. That's the luxury of white innocence, the ability to stand next to hate and call it a misunderstanding. And America let him. America let that boy walk right out of a mob and into generational wealth, while Emmett Till's family never got justice. Because this country doesn't erase racism. It promotes the people who get away with it. Jerry Jones didn't just benefit from the system, he is the system. He learned early that white supremacy doesn't ruin your life. It rewards you for playing along. He learned that you can stand in a mob one decade and own a franchise in the next. That you can silence black protest, profit off black labor, and still be called America's team. He's not an outlier, he's the blueprint. A man who proved that if you smile, say it was curiosity, and build enough wealth, you never have to face who you were. Because in America, accountability expires, but the harm never does. So yeah, Emmett Till was 14 when he was murdered in 1955. Jerry Jones was 14 when he stood in that mob in 1957. One child was mutilated for being in the wrong place, and the other was photographed standing in the right one. And somehow, the boy who blocked the door is who America calls a success story? That's not history. That's the inheritance of a country who still doesn't understand the difference between power and character.